For this special occasion stream, before we head out to BronyCon, let us continue on with the next two chapters of All That Shimmers, finally, by Justice4243, Chapter 3, Misfortune. Again, very nice way to start off a chapter with that title.
Let's see what kind of fortune lies within Sunset.
Yes. Pinky drags me through the mall towards the front Try that again. Sorry, I'm a little off tonight. Pinky drags me through the mall towards the food court as Applejack and Fluttershy walk briskly behind us to keep up. Spending time at the mall with these three was not on the agenda, but I could use something to take my mind of transforming into a demon and potentially being possessed by said demon.
Yep.
She drags me past the clothing store Rarity was in, and I glance in and whimper quietly. Oh yeah, that's right. She saw a jacket replacement for the one that was torn up at the end of the first film, but Rarity cut her off.
Yeah.
Pinky stops to look at me, then towards where I'm staring. What's wrong? I shake my head. Nothing. Of course that was a lie. Looks like someone beat me to that nice jacket. I really could have used a win today. Also, it's really frickin' cold out.
Unlike here, it's still a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. Something the matter? Applejack asks as she catches up with us. I shoot her a glare. It's fine! I snap out. Jeez, can't anyone just mind their own business here? I was only asking, Applejack replies. I break eye contact and stare at the floor. Sorry, I say sheepishly. Excuse. I don't do a lot of hanging out. Well, it's not much of an excuse, but at least it's true.
True.
Yes. To my surprise, Applejack puts her hand on my shoulder and smiles at me. It's alright, Sunset Shimmer. That's what we're here to fix. Fluttershy gives me a small smile and a tiny nod. Everyone must have made one heck of a promise to Twilight. The amount of slack I'm getting cut here is almost embarrassing. I think it's time for a group hug!
Oh, fuck.
Out. I was afraid she'd say that.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. Is Ship still with us? He went silent.
No, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Oh,
okay.
Well, I mean, I didn't... Right. Pinky steps up and wraps her arms around me. Applejack and Fluttershy do the same with substantially less hesitation than last night. Alright, I'm hugged. Thanks, I utter. You can all stop now. No, seriously, stop! As nice as these girls are to me, I really wish they'd pace themselves better.
Stop.
Yep.
Alright, on to the fortune-telling with Madam Pinky. Cards fly between Pinky's hands as she shuffles with incredible dexterity. These aren't just regular playing cards either. They're about an inch longer and a bit wider, yet she's practically juggling the whole massive set in and out of sleeves, her collar, and even her hair, like she does this for a living.
She entertains. That's why.
Yeah. As interesting as that is, I can't help but stare at the purple wrap around Pinky's head that's pinned with a red brooch and a giant purple feather. I nod to her headwear. So, you just carry that around with you wherever you go? Pinky giggles as she curls the fingers on her left hand and rapidly fires off cards into her right. Of course not, silly! She glances at the ceiling and flicks her free hand upwards. Only on days where I'm going to be telling someone's fortune!
It's part of my religion, you ungrateful fuck.
I cock a suspicious eye across the large round food court table. You knew you'd be telling someone's fortune today? Pinky grins as cards begin to disappear down her right sleeve. Well, I wouldn't be much of a fortune teller if I didn't at least know that. Sprinted headlong into that one.
Completely.
Yes. Applejack and Fluttershy giggle as they sit with us at the table. Applejack is sitting next to me, no doubt a bit of a buffer for the meek little Flutters. I fight the urge to tell them to shut their yaps and force a probably not all that sincere sounding chuckle. Pinky reaches under her headdress and pulls out the full deck of cards. Fluttershy begins softly clapping. Obviously, she's impressed with Pinky's show. Honestly, the sheer dexterity and sleight of hand expertise here is really something else. I guess it's no surprise you can play an obscene amount of instruments all at once. Pinky's the reason I've avoided competing in the school's talent shows like the plague. She always runs away with the whole thing. Trixie has something of a grudge because of this, because I never need to...
I never had needed to sort out how to use that.
I can't help myself. Pinky sets the deck neatly in front of me. Alright, now split the deck into 3 piles, she says. I comply, picking up about a third of the deck and setting it to the left of the pile. Then I repeat the process, setting the new set to the right. Now, pick up the top card from the first pile and lay face up in front of you, Pinky directs. I do. A card labeled The Tower is my reward. A large white tower sits in the middle of the card. It's on fire as a bolt of lightning knocks the crown off of it, and a man and woman appear to be falling from the burning staircase. Or structure, excuse me.
Oh.
Guessing this isn't a very cheery card, I utter. Still smiling, Pinky nods. Yeah, it pretty much stands for misery, destruction, and all-around unhappiness. That, and also possibly a collapse of an important view or belief. Lucky me. Applejack chuckles. Pinky gives me a closed-eye smile. You are lucky. The first card is your immediate past. Oh, yeah. The whole Sunset Satan turning into a demon and nearly fucking dying thing. Yeah.
Oh, that was 10 minutes ago.
Not really.
Well, at least a day, according to this fanfiction. So, yeah. I rest my elbow on the table and bring my hand up to my chin. This whole exercise suddenly becoming more interesting. That might have been coincidental, but with the meaning of the crown right on the card, it's a pretty interesting coincidence.
What?
Yeah, the crown. Remember when she tried to steal Twilight's? Yeah.
What's the next card?
Next card, please! Pinky says as she grins a wide, toothy smile. This one's your present, or possibly even you! I repeat the process, cringing as I lay the next card in front of me. The card is labeled The Devil.
Ay.
A red half-man, half-beast with brat wings and big goat horns takes up the majority of the card, with a naked couple of horned humans or demons of some sort chained to a pillar the beast is standing atop of. Applejack's chuckling increases. I, on the other hand, am probably starting to lose a little bit of color in my face. My pensiveness doesn't seem to go unnoticed. Fluttershy whispers a quiet, Applejack, and gently nudges the blonde-haired girl with her elbow. She also throws in a nod towards me, all of which stops Applejack sniggering. Pinky, likewise, looks across the table with concern. You know, maybe this was a bad idea.
You think?
Adoy!
Well, let's see what this card means.
I reach a hand out and gently grasp her wrist. Tell me what the card means, I say monotone. Oh, violence, rage, the, evil side of people that eats them from within. Ugh. I cringe. What?
Isn't that what we're experiencing right now? The evil side that might not have been gone from Sunset? Is that what we're experiencing?
Possibly. I wouldn't doubt it. I cringe and retract my hand. That was a little too on the money. Again, no shit. Pinky forces a smile on her face, but the look in her eyes is telling me it's not totally genuine. It could also mean great financial success, she offers. Well, that's also rather on the money. No pun intended.
I know.
I reach for the third and final pile. I guess this is my future, right? I ask as I glance at Pinky. Mm-hmm, Pinky replies cheerfully. I grab the top card and place it in front of me. The card reads, Death, at the bottom.
Ugh.
Hello, my name is Sunset Shimmer, and welcome to my cruddy life. You can actually see it get worse by the minute at this point. Oh, shit. I think, it's like you said, God hates Sunset Shimmer.
Well, what's on the death?
Anyhow, the death card doesn't disappoint. A skeleton in black armor rides a white horse past what I'm guessing is a dead man as others plead and fall in front of it. I just stare at the spread in front of me. Either this is the most depressing deck of cards in recorded history, I'm just that lucky today, or this demon inside me is real, and I'm not going to like what it has in store for me. Oh, goody! The death card!
What could be cool? What could be so happy? What's making her happy about that shit?
I look up at her like she's lost her marbles. You know, not that I figured she had many to begin with.
I think she lost the rest of them.
The bizarreness of Pinky's reaction is enough to break my fixation on the cards and I glance at Fluttershy and Applejack. Flutters there looks about as shaken up by this whole thing as I feel, and Applejack is giving Pinky the same look as I am. Now, I'm not gonna be much for this fortune telling stuff, Applejack begins, but how the heck is that a good thing? She demands, motioning it to the card. Thanks, Hayseed, save me the trouble. Well, death means change, Pinky explains. You know, something's going to end. Something big by the looks of things. Oh dear. Did I just cut out?
No?
Because the call just randomly blotted out for me. I thought it went out.
No, you came in fine on my end. And what? And fuck! I forgot how to pronounce his name again. Into suffering, this one person is suggesting.
Oh hell! Did we just lose Chipmunk?
What? I'm right here.
Oh,
he's just sitting quietly. You haven't
Well,
said
actually,
anything.
no. I disconnected there for a second. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Sorry, I'm currently a little nuts at the moment because I was doing a lot of recording around Q&A today, so I'm a little skitterish tonight.
No problem.
Alright, where was I? How can you tell? I asked. Oh, well, you see, you drew only major arcana, so that means your fortune is extra super special important. Maybe it's the evil inside you that dies. Yeah, or just me, I mutter out. No one laughs. Actually, that might be for the best. It wasn't very funny to me either. Pinky whimpers some across the table and suddenly snaps her fingers as a smile returns to her face. Hunger! Come again, I reply. How hungry are you? Pinky asks. My stomach answers for me. Treacherous organ, stomach growls are not something cool aloof girls are supposed to do. Although, I guess I'm supposed to be dropping the whole side of me since it didn't really bring me anything but a damaged outfit, even more disdain from my classmates, and self-loathing. Pinky beams at me, and in what appears to be one smooth motion, both cards and head wrap disappear from view, and before you can utter hammer's face, she has me by the hand and is dragging me off towards the food stalls. Well, Pinky treats me to whatever I feel like eating, which in this case happens to be probably several-hour-old Chinese food that's been kept warm by heat lamps. As snarky as that sounds, it's better than the microwave and instant noodle stuff I usually eat, and leagues better than anything I could cook myself. It's nice to have someone buy my lunch again. It hasn't happened since I broke up with Flash. Alright, since he broke up with me.
That's better.
Yeah. We all return to the table with lunches. Pinky having zoned in on the unhealthiest food the mall has to offer. In this case, a couple corn dogs and french fries. Hayseed opted for a hamburger and... Excuse me?
Applejack.
Well, I'm not going to question
Applejack and Hayseed. We ended up establishing that.
No, I know that, but Applejack eating a hamburger. Do you not see the irony in that?
She likes meat.
And Flutter's got herself a salad. We sit and shoot the breeze, or rather, they shoot the breeze. I'm mostly just listed in. I have almost no experience actually making small talk at a meal. In Equestria, I spend most lunches surrounded by books and scrolls, mostly ignoring my food as I memorize spells and continue my research. Here, most of my lunches resembled something more like a mission briefing where I give the latest set of orders to Sips and Snails, or whomever I'd conned into doing my will. If there was nothing to plan, I pretend to be morose and get the two to go on and on about how great I was. Man, it's a damn good thing my magic doesn't work and I can't go back in time a week. I go back with a knife, or maybe even a gun, and end my past self's life in an instant. Universe-ending paradoxes be damned.
Ouch.
Sheesh. Again, always going for the easy way out. Damn it. Ugh. I bet little Miss Perfect Princess Twilight Sparkle had ever had to deal with any of this. She probably spent loads of time hanging out with her friends when she was Sunbutt's student, and never had to think about going back in time to see what a complete Nimrod she was. Except for that one time, and it's about time.
Come to think of it, before she had to deal with friends when she was Sunbutt's student, she didn't even have friends. Celestia had to force her to make friends.
Precisely.
Yeah. Anyway.
Earth the Sunset Shimmer! Earth the Sunset Shimmer! Pinky breaks me out of my depressing trip down memory lane, and I realize everyone's staring at me. I asked you what your favorite lemur was, huh? How long did I spend in memory lane?
Probably 5 minutes.
Applejack seems to notice my confusion. Sorry, Sunset Shimmer. When Pinky's steering the conversation, you kind of have to hold on tight with both hands. I tried to pick a species, Fluttershy explains, but they're all just so adorable, I just couldn't. I know, right? Oh well. I rack my brain attempting to pull out some information on lemurs.
And?
I know nothing about lemurs. I like the red ones? I offer. Oh, please say there are red fur lemurs. Please say there are red fur lemurs. You mean the red ruffed lemur? Fluttershy asks. Yes! Jackpot! I smile and nod my head up and down vigorously. Yeah, they have such distinctive fur. Oh, I know, right? Pinky exclaims. The little black face and tails on either end of that red fur. Pinky smiles and hugs herself as she rocks from side to side. I can just cuddle one forever! Oh, yes, Fluttershy agrees. And the white on the top of their heads with a fluffy tail? I can see how that would be someone's favorite. Well, it's nice Sunset Shimmer knows something about lemurs, because I know about as much about them as I know about space shuttles, Applejack says. How much is that? Pinky asks. Wait, you actually had to ask? I quickly turn, break my smartphone out, and frantically do a search for red-ruffed lemurs so I can contribute to the conversation without sounding like a moron. Meanwhile, Hayseed has to explain the whole lemur and space shuttle comparison to Pinky. Of course.
Anyway.
About a minute later, and suddenly we're talking about... We're just talking about how awesome red-ruffed lemurs are, and I'm rattling off scientific names like I have a book on lemurs that I read every night before going to bed. I may not have known almost anything about lemurs until today, but I'm an expert in memorization. Eventually, the conversation drifts and I keep my head into this time. Excuse me. Despite Pinky's tendency to randomly jump topics, I mostly manage to keep us talking about things I actually know something about. Movies, wrestling, current events that don't have anything to do with demons or mysteriously damaged school buildings. I think I'm actually getting the hang of this friendship stuff. It all goes really well until... Hi, Rary! Hi, Rainbow! Pinky's face lights up.
Fuck.
And there's the rest of them. I feel a deep pit in my stomach form, and my relaxed expression turns pensive as I turn to face the approaching girls. I think someone just walked over my grave. Pinkie Pie was easy to win over. Heck, the girl wanted to be my friend. Yeah, that was given, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fluttershy was never going to be difficult, so long as I could convince enough of the other girls to like me. I thought Applejack would be difficult, but between her earlier blunder at the bookstore, Pinky's insistence, and a few well-placed jokes from me, I think I got her. Rarity and Rainbow Dash are another story entirely. Yeah, Rainbow Dash was always going to be difficult. To win over as a friend, I mean. If I were to kill her, I just arranged for some sort of track and field javelin-related incident. An athlete cut down before she was even an adult. Tragic. Oh, really? Doing this again? Now, Rarity's even worse. She has even more reason to hate me than the rest of the group, and that's saying a lot. Oh, yeah. Maybe I should break into uncontrollable sobbing again. That really worked out for me last night. The rest of the group exchanges greetings as Rainbow Dash and Rarity approach with bags and bags full of clothes. Rarity's giving me a perplexed look as if asking, "Why are you here?" Rainbow Dash's expression looks more like a demand for an explanation. Maybe I should go, I offer. I could potentially befriend the whole group here and now, but I was hoping to divide and conquer a bit as far as winning them over. It's a strategy that seems to work well enough for turning friends against each other. I figured it would work for making friends, too. Are you sure about that? Aw, it's okay. They won't bite, Pinky says. Actually, I dare say this is perfect, Rarity says as she approaches the table and sits next to me. Uh-oh. If I were Rarity, how would I plan to kill me? Probably wait until I was elected princess of something or another and drop a stage light on me. Guessing I won't be murdered in the middle of a busy mall food court. Still, I'm woefully outnumbered here. Sadly. Applejack grins. You got enough clothes there, R.D.? She asks as the rainbow-haired girl sits in between Rarity and Pinky. Rainbow's face flushes a bit and she glares at Applejack. Shut up! These are all Rarities. She bumped into me and dragged me from some sort of clothing store. Just keeping up on latest fashion, and I do so appreciate your help, Rarity says. You're always about fashion, Rarity. That's an understatement. Yeah. You know, we were gonna meet at the food court. You could have just headed up here, Applejack says. Well, I couldn't just leave her to carry everything herself, even if I sort of wanted to, Rainbow Dash says. She looks past Rarity and shoots me a glare. What's she doing here anyways? I thought we weren't going to deal with her until Monday. I wince. This could get ugly.
Wow, Rainbow Dash, aren't you the bitch? Still.
Rainbow Dash, Pinky says. Now be nice. Sunset Shimmer was just at the bookstore to find something to improve herself. Pinky turns to me. Where are you, Sunset? I turn to Pinky and nod my head up and down. Pinky, I think you just shot right to the top of my friends list.
Even though you are weird.
Wait, seriously? Rainbow Dash says in disbelief. I nod. Yeah. I thought I could, though I couldn't really find what I wanted, I say. So technically not a lie. Fluttershy smiles. She really is turning over a new leaf. Wait, I have flutters on my side already? Maybe this will be a heck of a lot easier than I thought. Or so you might think. Yeah, she's been downright pleasant for the most part, Applejack says. Hasty too? Maybe I'm not so bad at this friendship stuff. Rainbow Dash just glowers at me. She doesn't buy it, but I'm guessing she's starting to realize she's outnumbered. Well, this is all fine and good, Rarity begins. I can't wait for the other shoe to drop. But there's still something we need to address here, Rarity says. I turn and look at her. Why did she have to sit right next to me? I shifted my chair pensively. As well as everything is going, Rarity could potentially just remind everyone how horrible I've been to them. I'm sure that'd be enough to kill the pleasantries in a hurry. That point there. Yes? I stammer out. Rarity knits her brow. Oh, I think you know, dearie. Uh-oh. Well, it's been nice knowing you, Sunset.
Maybe I forgot how to go. Fuck it.
And there's the other shoe. I swallow. Might as well go for broke here. As nice as the other three are being, I'm sure there's still plenty of bad blood between us all. Look, I'm really sorry about the last spring fling, everyone. I shouldn't have turned you all against each other just so I could win. I mean it too. As I said to Celestia, it all seems so petty now. And I'm really, really sorry about the video, Rarity. Sips and Sail stuck in a Rarity's boutique while she thought she was alone. Turns out Rarity is rather, theatrical when she thinks no one is looking. It made for a pretty funny video that killed her chances at the princess title. Jeez. I don't think I even want to know what the hell she was doing, do you?
No.
Yeah. I had to wear a wig for weeks afterwards, you know, Rarity says as she continues to attempt to bore a hole through my skull with her eyes. I remember. I'm really sorry, I say. And a lot of us didn't even talk to each other for almost half a year, Rainbow Dash adds. I pout slightly. I said I was sorry. I glance over everyone's faces. Despite the progress I've made today, this has clearly opened up old wounds, and while Pinky, Fluttershy, and Applejack aren't giving me the same death glare as Rarity and Rainbow Dash are, it looks like the reminder that I sabotaged their friendships might have put them back on the fence. I'm in trouble here. But maybe... I offer, hey, look, I'll help you run for Winter Formal. Pinkie Pie beams at me. Fluttershy is smiling again. Applejack grins and nods, and Rarity and Rainbow Dash just look like they heard me say I was going to donate a kidney to someone. Bullseye. Huh. What? No way! Rainbow Dash exclaims. You're not going to run this year? But you run every year. And for every dance, I might add, Rarity says. I shrug. Why would I? Everyone at school hates me. Oh, Sunset Shimmer, not everyone hates you, Fluttershy insists. They kinda do, Rainbow Dash retorts. Dash, shut up, not helping.
Thank you.
Can't argue with it there, Applejack adds.
You're not helping.
Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinky says in a chastising tone. It's alright, Pinky, I say. I know it's true. I mean, how can anyone blame them? I lay my arms on the table and rest my chin on them as my expression goes morose. Even if we disregard last night, let's be honest, no one at school will. I spent the last couple of years manipulating everyone so I could win those dances. Rarity wasn't even the only one I stepped over to get the top. I turned myself into the most feared student at school. Now that everyone's unified against me, I'm just the most loathed. I bury my head in my arms. As sick as I'm laying on here, I mean every word. Youch. There's a brief pause of silence, and then I feel a hand cover one of my own. I look up. Rarity is now smiling at me, and she rests a hand on mine. I forgive you. Well, that was easy.
Bitch, don't touch me.
What?
What was that?
Bitch, don't touch me.
Okay. I give a small whimper and a nod as my lip starts to quiver. I might actually start crying here. This is all going way better than expected, but oh, did it just...
Not on my end. I'm still hearing you.
Sorry, it's pulling quick ones on me now, which is kind of starting to irritate me. Am I still here?
Yes.
Alright.
Well, was. Wait a sec. It kicked me out of the call for no reason.
Back.
Okay,
What the
that
hell?
was weird. That was incredibly weird.
Okay, let's just try to continue before the next fuck up happens.
Although the cynic in me wonders if it's just because I got blasted by their friendship beams and somehow subconsciously crave their attention now. Group hug! Pinky cries as she races to her feet. Okay, I don't want it that much!
Not again.
Sit down, Pinky. There'll be time for that later, Rarity commands gently. Pinky pouts and sits on her chair. I breathe a quiet sigh of relief, and I can't believe Rarity saved me here.
Whew.
Rarity looks at Rainbow Dash. Satisfied? She asks with a smile. Rainbow Dash shrugs. As long as she keeps out of trouble and makes good on her promise, she's alright with me. It'll do for now. I'm sure she's not the only one here who'll be on their guard. I mean, I would if I were in their shoes. Oh, who am I kidding? I wouldn't even suffer my own presence in their shoes. Well, since we're all here anyways, Rarity says, I propose we bump a few agenda items we planned for Monday to right now. Oh boy.
Ha!
Pinky
Funny.
excitedly pumps her fists into the air. Hear, hear! She says enthusiastically. The other three nod in agreement. I really hope I'm not in store for some sort of unpleasant friendship some sort of unpleasant friendship initiation ritual. Pinky grins wide at me and stands up, making her way to my side of the table. Now close your eyes, she says. This is only confirming my fear. What are you... Hey, wait! I cry as the pink-haired woman covers my eyes with her hands. Fluttershy, can I have your item? Rarity asks.
Excuse me.
Of course, Fluttershy replies. I hear a rustling. Rainbow Dash, be a dear and check the other bags. I'm not finding it. Finding what? Did you have to buy so many clothes? Rainbow Dash whined as the rustling increases. Keeping up with fashion is hard work, darling, Rarity says. Pfft, you should try keeping up with sports sometime, Rainbow Dash retorts. Well, I'm afraid there's some hobbies I just don't find that interesting. Hobbies? Rainbow Dash says defensively. Rarity? Applejack says. I think sports is a bit more than a hobby, Rainbow Dash. Thanks, AJ, but I can handle this myself. Just trying to help. I got this, Rainbow Dash insists. Sports is more than a hobby to me, Rarity. That'd be like saying that Fluttershy taking care of animals is just a hobby. No comment. What's going on? Well, I dare say that Fluttershy's love of animals is a tad more significant than your interest in sports, Rarity says. Interest? Rainbow Dash cries. What did you say, Fluttershy? I don't think... Now, why you gotta go and drag her into this for? Applejack asks. Oh, are we arguing? Pinky asks excitedly. Can I join in? Argue. Bicker. Oh, God, make it stop!
I'm with you!
Pinky, that's not helping right now, Applejack says. No shit. I'm pretty sure that's impossible, Pinky replies. I am the helper! Pinky, Rainbow Dash says, sometimes your help isn't always that helpful. Boosh!
And then...
What? Pinky shrieks. Ow! My poor eardrums! You can be a tad overzealous sometimes, Fluttershy admits. A tad? Rainbow Dash asks. Well, like a ton! But I just want everyone to be happy, Pinky protests. We know, dearie, but you don't always go about it in the right way. But... Sounds like Pinky's a bit shaken up here. Feels like it, too. Her hands are starting to shake slightly as she continues to cover my eyes. It's unpleasant, to say the least. Now, you don't need to pick on her like that, Applejack says. Rarity sighs. Oh, there you go, rushing to everyone's defense but mine. Well, you started it, Applejack shot out. I most certainly did not. The first stone was clearly cast by Rainbow Dash. Was not. Was two. Wow.
White bitch problems.
Wow.
Seriously, what the fuck is this even happening?
I don't know. It all started with Pinky covering Sunset's eyes for a surprise, and then they all just went off like that.
Going off to get the fucking dildo, which is in every single fucking fanfic, and instead now they're just arguing over the fucking dildo. Meanwhile, she's sitting there with the goddamn eyes over her... goddamn, hands over her eyes, and she's freaking out about it. Doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Good story. Good game. GG. 10 out of 10.
Wow. No wonder all it took was a few emails and some misinformation to break up this group. Past me would have reveled in this. Present me is now stuck in the eye of the storm, and has someone's sweaty palms rubbing against her eyelids. Wait, I didn't see Rainbow Dash throw any rocks, Pinky says. Pinky? Fluttershy says. It's an expression. I knew that! Pinky asserts loudly. Ow again, by the way. I'm not stupid, you know.
Hey, Sunset, please, you gotta intervene. Do something.
I never said you were stupid, Fluttershy says. Well, you did just now! But that's not what I... Pinky, are you picking on Fluttershy? Applejack asks. I can't speak for myself, you know. Me? Pinky cries shrilly. Seriously, I think my ears are ringing. Why does everyone always assume Fluttershy's the innocent one? Cause she's kinda a doormat, Rainbow Dash says. Not helping. Seriously, cut it out, Fluttershy says as irritation creeps into her voice. Uh-oh.
Escape drama 101.
Don't tell me there's actually a nerve to hit and quiet mousy Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash asks. Rainbow Dash, I'm warning you, Fluttershy says. Rainbow Dash, darling, maybe you shouldn't... Wait, I want to see if pushover poster child here actually has a spine or not. Dash, shut the fuck up. That's not helping at all.
Thank God, even
Ouch.
the people in the chat are fucking agreeing with us.
Good
Yeah.
shit. Good shit.
Ouch.
Good shit.
Ouch. Even I thought that was harsh.
Ugh.
To my surprise, Fluttershy actually growls? Rainbow Dash, why, you're just a big old meanie! Fluttershy screams out. Yeah, you tell her, Fluttershy, Pinkie says. Oh wait, I'm still mad at you! Oh, Pinkie Pie forgot something. What a surprise! Fluttershy says. The quivering in Pinkie's hands increases. Fluttershy, don't you think you're being a tad venomous here? Applejack interjects. Well, apparently everyone just expects me to be a spineless doormat and pushover. Well, I have plenty of nasty opinions on all of you, too! Fluttershy exclaims. Oh, this sounded good. Rainbow Dash says as if she's going to enjoy Fluttershy's list. Oh, sorry. Shut up!
Thank God! Somebody had to intervene!
Jesus.
But it was a plot device. It had to happen. There had to be an argument to progress the story, Gonzo. There had to be an argument. There had to be one.
We were stuck in an argument. I just wanted to get to conclude and get rid of Sunset's demons real quick.
Alright, moving on. Thankfully, everyone shuts up and stares at me. I mean, I think they're staring at me. I still can't see anything. I take a few deep, calming breaths as my chest puffs in and out. Sorry, but you guys are giving me a migraine, and on top of that, Pinkie's palms are really sweaty. There's another beat of silence and then a chorus of laughter and giggling. I can't believe Sunset Shimmer's the level-headed one here, Rainbow Dash says. I know, right? Pinkie says. Boy, is my face pink. Oh. Really?
How about we just go on?
Oh.
Can we skip the arguments?
God damn it. Am I...
You're okay. I was hoping we could just skip the argument.
Yeah. And, of course, Pinkie Pie delivers another pun. Why else? I think you mean red, darling, Mary says. I know what I said. Pinkie, maybe there's another way to keep her eyes covered, Applejack suggests. Oh, I've got just the thing, Pinkie says.
What?
Why didn't I think of this sooner? Here,
What?
Fluttershy, swap with me. Oh, okay, Fluttershy says.
Come on, back in.
Finally! There's a quick exchange of hands and... Holy jeez, Rarity's... Holy jeez, Fluttershy's hands are actually worse than Pinkie's. Guessing the girl was clenching her fist for a while there. Thankfully, Pinkie wastes no time in getting something wrapped around my eyes. My guess is she remembered her head wrap. Thanks. You're welcome, Pinkie says. The rustling resumes. Oh! Rarity exclaims. I'm terribly sorry, Rainbow Dash. It seems the item was in my bags. No biggie. I'm sorry I said sports is just a hobby, too. It's all good. I'm sorry I picked a fight with you. Sorry I called you a doormat, Fluttershy. That's okay, Rainbow Dash. I'm sorry I lost my head there and called you a meanie. Pinkie, I'm sorry I made fun of you. Oh, that's alright, Pinkie says. I can be a real scatterbrain sometimes. Oh, she admits it?
She admits.
You don't
He's
say.
very special. He's a very special snow.
You don't say, I utter. Pinkie, please say that was not a line. Please say that was not a line! Thankfully, everyone giggles and laughs again. Shoot, everyone, Applejack says. I'm sorry I got into it with y'all. And I'm sorry that... Well, sorry I don't have anything to apologize for a change. I say with a smirk. More laughter. Maybe I should use my power of snark for some good more often. It's oddly fulfilling. The group quickly exchanges a few more apologies as the rustling continues. Finally, the blindfold is taken off and ow! I scrunch my face up and squint as my eyes adjust to the fluorescent glow of the mall food court. My vision adjusts and I spy a pair of brightly colored, perfectly wrapped boxes in front of me, complete with expertly wrapped bows. I stare up at the 5 friends in confusion. Should I check for ticking first? They all laugh again, though I always have serious there. It's pretty hard to believe that they get me anything that doesn't explode or spray noxious fumes at me. Sheesh.
Well, then again, I don't really blame them.
Come on, open them! Open them! Pinkie Pie says as she bounces up and down excitedly. I'm not sure if I should take that as a sign that they're more or less likely to explode. I grab the smaller and shred the paper off the box. It's almost a shame given how well Pinky wrapped this. I'm actually starting to get a little jealous of the girl. She seems to be a woman of many talents, and she's an expert at all of them. Fluttershy got you that one, Pinky informs. I glance at Flutters, who seems a tad nervous, likely scared that I'll judge whatever's in the box and take it out on her if I don't like it. The former is unavoidable, but I resolve myself to not do the latter, no matter how stupid animal-themed... Oh, hello, what do we have here? I pull out a black sunglasses case. I didn't see that one coming. Let's hope the shades aren't dorky or gaudy. I open the case and... Wow, these are actually pretty chill. I mean, I don't think they're a namely brand or anything, but it doesn't look like she skimped on them either. I don't know if she overcompensated to please me or what, but I ain't complaining. She likes them! She likes them! Pinky declares. I guess my grin was pretty hard to miss. I turn to Fluttershy and give her an earnest smile and an equally earnest thank you. You're welcome, Sunset Shimmer. Ooh! Ooh! Next one! Next one! Pinky cries. All right, I say as I reach for the larger box. Yeesh, I've known Cocker Spaniels with less energy than you. Uh-oh, maybe the dog comparison was a bit much. How did you know my favorite brand of dog? What?
Breed. I think she meant breed.
Wow, today sure got better in a hurry. Wait, did you just say, Pinky, I think you mean breed of dog, Fluttershy corrects. Unless she knows a lot more about how tasty dogs are than we do, I suggest. Fluttershy covers her mouth in gas. Everyone else bursts into laughter. Even Flutters drops her hand enough to show that she's blushing slightly and giggling. Well, at least she took it in its stride. Rainbow Dash shakes her head. I wish you'd have come around sooner, Sunset. You're a riot. And I do believe that's 5. Sunset Shimmer 5, Friendship 0. Or maybe it also gets 5. Guess we're all winners here, but mostly me. Anywho, I grab the box. And that's from the rest of us, Pinky informs cheerily. Huh. I wonder what it could be. Flutter spent a lot on her own. And actually, I wonder why Fluttershy elected to not get in on the joint gift. Everything becomes crystal clear as I open the box, and my heart gets stuck in my throat, and my eyes open wide and even feel water form in my eyes. I can hardly believe what's in front of me. And
it is...
Inside the box is the same perfect, stunning, badass leather jacket I saw in the shop. Rarity must have been the one to snag it. I take it out of the box and just marvel at it. It's even better looking up close. Wow. How much do you think they splurged to just get that? I don't think I even want to know. She's speechless, Pinky says. Rarity smiles at me. We originally got these as a sign of good faith on our part, but you've been such a good sport today, I guess you could say you earned them. Applejack nods. Yup. My bottom lip starts to quiver and more warm water starts to well up behind my eyes. Oh my gosh! She's actually crying! Rainbow Dash says. I'm not crying! I am crying. Group hug! Pinky announces. This time, no one stops her. Oh well, it's a pretty small price to pay for a new pair of sunglasses and an awesome new jacket. Well, the girls invite me to spend the rest of the day with them, and I don't refuse. Everything else is pretty uneventful, though I pick up the bill for dinner and milkshakes on my own accord. Gifts or not, I don't want to feel like I owe them anything, and it was money I figured I'd be spending on a new jacket anyhow. What's also nice is most of the girls know how to drive and even have their own cars, so I get to avoid public transit for the rest of the evening. Something I haven't been able to do since Flash broke up with me. Thank you. Not gonna lie, it was pretty nice. Though Pinky might have some sort of group hug addiction. You think? Still, she was nice enough to help me go grocery shopping with the added chatty unsurrealism to the mundane task I had not known was possible. She also drove me back to my apartment in her small pink compact car. Good night, Sunset Shimmer! I had a lot of fun hanging out with you today, Pinky says. Yeah, me too, I reply. You can let go now. Oops! Pinky unwraps her arms from around my body and lets me get a breather in. Do you need help with your groceries? She asks. I pick up the brown grocery bags that are at my feet. I got it, thanks! I wouldn't mind so much, but I don't want Pinky to see the mess I made of my apartment. Oh yeah, when she tore up all her awards and tossed them to the ground. Remember that?
Ugh, painful.
Yeah. She finally stepped on her fucking crown. All right, Pinky says, sounding slightly disappointed. See you Monday, okay? I nod and smile. Of course! Surprisingly, I am actually looking forward to it. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun, or if I've ever had so much fun. Bye-bye, Pinky says as she waves her hand enthusiastically. Good night, Pinky! Good night, best frenemy!
Frenemy.
Yes. I just smile and shake my head as I make my way back back to my apartment. I don't even make it all the way before my phone starts vibrating. I get to the door, set down the bags, and pull out my phone to see Pinky has texted me. Sleep tight! Along with a plethora of emoticons. I text her a quick, you too. Wow. Being her friend is going to be tiring. Yeah, you think?
Uh-huh.
I'm tired, but happy all the same. I feel accomplished, a little giddy, and loved. Well, liked, at least. It's a feeling that stays with me as I put away the groceries, clean up the sad, pathetic state that my apartment is in, shower, and get ready for bed. I climb into the covers and rest my head on the pillow. I think this might turn out to be the most relaxing sleep I've had in a long, long time. I close my eyes, and my nose is immediately greeted with assaulted with the smell of sulfur. I knew there was something I was supposed to do today.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. Sunset Satan. Excuse me, I'm going to refill my water tub real quickly. Be right back.
Eh.
I forgot to turn off the ovens. The Jews are escaping.
Huh?
Huh? What?
What was you saying?
What were you saying? What? What are you talking about?
I was trying to understand what you were saying because you kind of cut it in and out.
I don't know. I wasn't saying anything important. Yeah, that reminds me, PC still needs chromosomes. Shit. So yeah, today I got a whole bunch of Batman stuff. I got a new wallet. I got a whole bunch of comic book things. And I also got like one of those pop vinyl figures of Harley, although it looks freaking terrible because it's falling apart. Yeah, that's one thing about me. You ever
Did
want
I
like
miss?
not much, just me talking to the viewers or whatever.
Alright,
So yeah,
so...
if you ever want to impress me, get me Batman stuff. If not, I don't like you anymore. Goodbye.
Well, once again, we have Sunset Shimmer dealing with her demon self. Unsurprising. So that brings us to Chapter 4. Woke up on the wrong side of the hellish landscape. Isn't that a mouthful?
Oh, clever.
Anyways. Home again, jiggity jig. Not that I'm sold on the idea of this barren wasteland full of lava and thick with the smell of sulfur is actually my home. I may not remember the first few years of my life clearly, but I distinctly remember them being full of less fire. Welcome back! And less demons. Oh boy. I turn and there I am again. Well, demon me, or the demon inside me. She's hovering several yards away with folded arms and smiling at me with her fanged teeth as she chuckles. I just shoot her a sort of unamused look. She killed me once, or at least it sure felt like she did, and I'm still here. I'm guessing I'm not in any mortal danger, but probably in for a pretty painful evening. Still grinning, the demon turns green irises set against the pitch-black void of the sky and places a claw against her chin. Let's see. I think my favorite part of today was when you almost lost your breakfast during a group hug. No, wait. Actually, it was when you had to pretend you actually cared about lemurs. She tilts her head and purses her lips as she stares at me. No, actually, The part when you started crying when you got your new jacket. That was definitely the high, or should I say, low point of the day. I sigh and roll my eyes as I fold my arms over my jacket. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it's my old one. My new one has a few less studs in the collar and more prominent metal buttons. It must be some sort of mental projection thing like out of a sci-fi movie where people are hooked up to computers or something. Are you going somewhere with this? I asked snidely. I have a full day of figuring out how to get rid of you, and you're kind of cutting into my sleep here. Oh boy, she's gonna die, isn't she?
Then we won't have any 2 movies.
That's good.
Demon Me gives me an open-mouthed smirk that shows off her fangs. She flies down in front of me, kneeling so she's roughly at my level. I'm reminded of how big she is, and it's a bit unnerving to say the least. She flicks out a large claw and holds it under my chin. I suddenly regret the whole cutting into my sleep crack, especially as she flicks the claw up. For me, this was something of a nice power move to jar whoever I did into noticing who they were dealing with. In this case, the claw cuts up my face, through my lips, and slices my left nostril. I quickly raise a hand over the left side of my face so as pain shoots through it and blood starts pouring out. The idea that the meeting probably won't be fatal is suddenly not as comforting. This hurts. Hello, I'm Sunset Shimmer, and you know what? You probably get it by now.
Yeah, welcome to my cruddy life.
Yeah, we get your life sucks, well, I just get over it. Silly Sunset Shimmer, the demon practically sings out. You can't get rid of me. I'm in you. I'm part of you. The demon chuckles softly and races back to her full height. Go ahead, buy your little books and try whatever spells or rituals you find. You know you'll just screw it up. I look up at Demon Me with a glare. I don't think so. Magic is something of my forte, remember? Was, maybe, Demon Me says. But you haven't even used magic in a long time. She stares up briefly and cocks her head slightly. Well, aside from the day before yesterday, of course. I shake my head and point an index finger at Demon Me. Mark my words, I'll find what I need to get rid of you, and then it's back to nice, restful sleep. Ah, yes, and back to your great big plan of a nice, quiet life of hanging out with friends, talking about primates, going to birthday parties. Demon Me rolls her eyes. Sounds riveting, she says sarcastically. Jeez.
Ugh.
I know the best way to get rid of that. You see, the only thing you do is it's an amazing program called the Mental Health Association of Canada, and what you do is you walk into a mental health center, you go in a pad room for a little bit, and then they take you down this magical hall full of nice soft unicorns and bunnies and sunshine and lollipops, and then they put the 2 rods in your head, and you'll always be sleepy. And then they'll give you something they call lobotomy, and you'll never ever be sad again, or happy, or tired, or angry. In fact, you'll just be sitting there. But it really helps, because you'll always be in dreamland whilst you're eating food through a straw and shitting outside of your lake.
Okay, moving on. That was brilliant, by the way.
That was creepy.
I try frowning, but the shooting pain in my face turns my expression into a grimace. Aside from starving off soul-crushing loneliness, what exactly am I trying to accomplish? We both know that isn't you, the demon says. You never had any friends back in Equestria, and you never made any here. Do you really think having friends is a suitable replacement for your ambition? I spit out a gob of blood. My ambition was to become a princess, not march into Equestria and take over. Demon Me snickers. You make it sound like the two are mutually exclusive. What were you going to do when Celestia was inevitably displeased with the power you gained and denied you in the stature of your own? This shuts me up in a hurry. I always just hoped the crown would turn me into an alicorn, and then after my big "I told you so" moment, Celestia would be all smiles and suddenly I'd have a title and kingdom of my own, or something. In retrospect, probably not a likely outcome given how I would have come about my transformation. In all likeliness, I'd probably end up angrily challenging Celestia for the throne when she snubbed me. Judging by how well things went here with an elementless Twilighting crew, I have a pretty good guess how that might have turned out.
Yeah, You had no chance. Just give up.
Yeah. Demon Me chuckles. Anyhow, you're out of practice when it comes to magic. Maybe you should get help, she grins. I suggest a young priest and an old priest. I narrow my eyes at her. Dang, that was a good line. She taps a claw against the side of her face thoughtfully. I guess I'll have to prepare a bunch of nasty things to say, work out my timing with spinning my head around, that sort of stuff. It's not going to matter, because I'll get you out of me myself, I declare. The demon gives me an knowing smile. Sorry, but it won't work. Removing me would be like trying to remove a vital organ, and seeing how long you could last without it. Forgive me if I don't take your word on that, I reply. Go ahead then. It'll be worth it just to see the look on your face when you find out what trying to remove me will do. I'm starting to lose an awful lot of blood. Pretty sure she cut me to the bone with that little claw flick. Seriously, was there a point to this little visit? I'm starting to get a little lightheaded here. The demon cocks her head and smiles at me. Point? She leans down and simply pokes me in the stomach with a dagger-like talon. It pierces a couple inches, and I let out a pain gasp and fall to my knees. I use my right hand to cover the puncture wound as more blood slowly seeps out of me. What? Why? I stammer out. It's about all I can manage at this point. She grins at me as he flaps her wings and puts some distance between us once more. Because it's fun! Much more entertaining than watching you pretend you care about Twilight's friends or see them as anything more than resources to be used and thrown away when they're outlived their usefulness.
Ow, the edge.
Ooh. The words cut much deeper than any wound she's inflicted on me. It's actually quite possible I'm not cut out to make and have friends. I managed to calculate and bluff my way through today, but who knows if I can keep it up. As much as I want Twilight's friends to like me, I'm honestly not sure if I like them, or even if I'm capable of liking them. Ah! Ouch! Though, oh, poor Sunset Shimmer, the demon says in a sob-mocking tone. Did I hit a nerve? Guess I'm not doing a good job hiding my feelings with all the effort to keep my blood inside my body. Go to hell, Evan! God damn it.
Oh, Sunset.
Seriously? I say, narrowly catching myself before I said something stupid. Or at least stupider than the thing I did say. Hey, cut me some slack. It's getting increasingly harder to stay focused, let alone conscious. The demon just shakes her head. You really should just give it up. Abandon this friendship garbage and accept that I'm who you're destined to be. It'll be quicker, and you'll be happier. I sneer at her. I think I'll take my chances with people who don't have a habit of slicing me up. The demon rolls her eyes as her smile remains placid on her face. Have it your way. She holds her hands out in front of her and her palms begin to glow green. Black beams shoot out from the glow and meet in front of her, creating a fireball that grows wider and wider. I can do nothing but stare at the large ball of flame as it's hurled in my direction. I scream as the flames touch my body. An excruciating burning sensation envelops me, and then my eyes shoot open as I sit up. It's morning, and I'm in bed. Bonus points, I've soaked another pair of PJs in my blankets again. I'm getting a really dirty image from just that sentence alone.
Sweat.
I know. I do a quick feel on my body. On the plus side, I don't seem to be cut anywhere, and it's rather likely that my skin is still attached and not burnt to a crisp. I feel rough. The last couple days and nights have been a whirlwind of activity, sure, but I'm starting to sense the demon's visits are affecting my sleep somewhat. She mentioned breaking me down, and I wonder if this is all part of it. Well, no time to sit and dwell on exactly how this will all go down. I've got to sort out how I'm going to get out of this mess before I'm a heap of sleep-deprived, angst-ridden sadness, or worse, a giant, magical, ice-blooded killer. Or weren't you already?
At one point, but she's trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. I throw my sweat-soaked sheets off me and hop out of bed. My options are leave them up for the day, in all likelihood I'll be sleeping in that disgusting mess tonight, waste another hour or two on laundry, or buy a few spare sets to avoid either of those things and maybe minimize trips to the complex's laundromat and having to straw up cash in quarters if this continues.
I know the feel of that.
I'm leaning on the third option. The latter sounds more appealing at the moment. I got sidetracked and lost a day already, so I need all the time I can get. The mall was a bust, but I wasn't expecting much from it. There's a few other bookstores in town, and the used bookstores in particular might have the odd item here and there. I can probably get digital copies of anything I want to start with. I grabbed my phone off my nightstand and considered my options. I already had a sizable portion of the school's contact info saved for one reason or another. Alright, so those reasons were almost always blackmail or manipulation related to me winning whatever it was I wanted at the time. However, in this case, I may have a few options to consider. I dismissed most of Twilight's friends as options immediately. Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity are likely to be skeptical at absolute best regarding my predicament. Fluttershy would probably faint at the spot if I told her what was happening, and might continue to do so if she was expected to look through books on demonology and dark magic. Pinkie Pie I actually briefly consider. She's definitely more open-minded than anyone else in the group, and between her eagerness to be my friend and her sheer craziness, she'd probably take whatever I say at face value. Unfortunately, I don't know how good she is at keeping secrets. Spoiler alert, she's not good at keeping secrets.
She's just... She won't stop talking.
Speaking of the devil, given how she practically never stops talking ever, I'm guessing she's not that great at it. There you go.
You and I think alike, Sunset.
By the way, I scroll through my contacts and stop dead in my tracks as my eyes catch a particular name. Flash Sentry. Oh,
I wonder
boy.
what...
Flash, like pretty much all my boyfriends before him, was a means to an end. That being said, Flash could further my goals better than any of the boyfriends before him. Oh, is it doing...
What?
Every time.
What happened?
Sorry, internet was being a derp again.
I have to turn on my alarm real quick.
He was popular, well liked, had the coolest car out of all the entire student body, and he helped soften my image for a while with that nice guy personality of his. Trouble was, my demanding nature and tendency to treat people around me like slaves who should be grateful that they even get to look at me wore on him. Usually my social stature, looks, ability to fake moments of human warmth, and made-up sob stories will keep a guy interested until I no longer have a use for them. Flash, unfortunately, never really stopped being useful, and I ended up getting attached without really noticing. Sadly, this didn't result in me altering my behavior, and Flash, who actually had quite a bit going on for him, eventually dumped me. Ouch. Well, I guess it makes sense. But, oh well. That night, I probably ran through just about every fake emotion and made up tragic incident from my childhood before it dawned on me that Flash had caught on to what I was doing some time back, which probably explained why he was breaking up with me in the first place. I'm ashamed to admit I actually pleaded with him to give me another shot. When this didn't work, I tried another tactic. Turns out, angry screaming and throwing things is not an effective trick to keep someone in a relationship with you. Yeah, you think?
I don't know, it kind of worked with me and my ex. Oh shit, I hope. No, I lied. Did I lie? No, I didn't. Pretend I did. Fuck!
Not even gonna question anymore.
The following days were spent coming up with the various plans and schemes to get Flash back, most of which were dismissed when I realized how ridiculous they were. The few I did try just resulted in embarrassing and somewhat painful moments of being rejected anew, and the last one I had to abandon because I could never pull together the resources or time to get Flash and I stuck in an elevator together. I almost convinced myself to go through with my plan of sabotaging the brakes on Flash's muscle car as a final act of revenge, but realized that I'd probably be suspect number one after his untimely demise. I had a feeling I'd regret the action anyhow. Yeah. I push my thumb against his name, go to options, and hit the delete button. A message on my phone asks if I'm sure and reminds me the number will be permanently deleted. I sigh, hit cancel, and backtrack back to the contact menu. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Who would have thought the mighty Sunset Shimmer was just as susceptible to ridiculous post-breakup nonsense as anyone else?
I know that feel, bro.
Anyhow, sorry. Bleh. Anyhow, I'm wasting time. I know exactly who would be willing to help me here. At least, I hope they're willing. I stroll down to the S's and hit a name. Snips? I need you to call Snails. We've got work to do. Oh boy.
I wonder if this will be different than her typical business.
Yeah.
Ow.
But I think we'll call it there for now.
Yeah, I need to get to work on some things.